Welcome back to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. I realize that we've been recording a lot of these, and I have not been introducing you at all, but we have show notes.
I'm just the phantom in the room. No.
Yeah, so in the show notes, you'll see it's been Melissa Belzer.
Yeah.
And she's my wife.
Yes. Still.
We're on location. We're in Mesa, Arizona.
Yes, we are.
Or Table, Arizona. We've been debating that.
Table, Arizona.
I mean,
we're going to Table.
Going to Table.
We're so
in
weird.
Mesa, Arizona, at the Menace Underground Studios, MAF podcast room,
Bam.
on location, recording yet another podcast for your listening and viewing pleasure. Today, we're going to do an episode called The Year Ahead. On this episode, what I want to go over is what I plan on doing over the next year and spark something in you guys as well to think about where you guys want to see yourselves as well.
Yeah.
The whole reason I want to do this is basically put it out there. Not basically, literally.
Actually,
because guess use the right words. Actually put it out there, what I plan on doing over the course of this year, because this will hold me accountable. We talked about in another episode, there's a couple things that you need to do in order to have success. You need to write down what your goals are, and then you need to make them public. So I've already written my goals down, so the time has come for me to make them public.
awesome.
Good times. Okay, so when you're breaking down goals, what you want to look at is a couple different things. You want to look at it from the financial, business, and personal standpoint. And I would treat these as three separate entities. I gave you a little heads up.
They need their own goals.
Yeah, I gave you a little heads up on the way down to think about what kind of goals you have for yourself over the next year. It doesn't have to fill all categories. It could just be one or two items, whatever. Just if you have goals that you'd like to publicly put out there or not.
Okay.
But know that you need to understand this is out there forever.
Right, I know.
Forever and ever. If you're on a spaceship in the future, I hope you enjoyed us and that we had a long, magnificent life.
Yes, always.
Anywho.
So you want me to answer, or are you just saying?
I can start,
Okay.
and then you can let me know if it sparks anything for you.
Okay.
So immediately in the coming year, I plan on having 2 books out.
Okay.
The first one is sitting in this stack on the desk in front of me. This is Dad's Rules, Get Off My Lawn.
Yeah.
It is
Excited.
finished. It is in with the publishing company. It has been formatted. It has been corrected from the format, all the fun stuff. We're literally waiting on John.
Wait
John.
until you see this cover.
John, if you're out there, we're
We love
waiting
you,
on
John.
you. I will not say his last name because John is a very common.
John knows who he is.
Yeah, he knows who he is. He
Should-
knows what must be done. We spoke about this last week. I'm anticipating that he's working on it right now.
His wife is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, we won't name that
friends.
because that'll give it all
Right,
away.
no, I know.
We'll
We're
just
friends.
say John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Hey, he posted
She's
on
not involved.
Facebook that he
Yeah.
wanted to call out today, and he just got it.
He did. You're right.
He said, "Oh, you're recording? Well, if you don't call me out, it didn't really
Is he
happen."
gonna be
So
heartbroken
guess
if
what,
we
John?
don't fully
I just
call
called
him
you
out?
Nah, he'll know
Okay.
who he is.
All right.
So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get Dad's Rules out and published. It's roughly 170-ish pages long in print form. We're going to get that out. Also plan on going and finally recording Audible for it,
Okay.
as well as this will not only be in print form, it'll be in Kindle edition as well. So
That'll
if
be
they want to read it paperless, they can do that.
Nice.
Don't care, just want to make sure it's in their hands.
Right.
Next, I'm going to have another book. The other book is called The Splash Program.
Which is
The most effective way to market and sell your home. That one's going to be a real estate related book
Yeah.
with a twist.
Yes.
Dad's Rules is, not Dad's Rules. See, I'm jumping back to Dad's Rules because I'm really thinking about it. The Splash Program. Yeah. The Splash Program, the whole point of the Splash Program is to be aggressive, obnoxious, and attention-grabbing focus on somebody's home when we're marketing it. That's what the book's going to be
Is
about.
their home out there so they can sell it.
However, I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? That's not enough. I could just make another real estate book about here's the in and outs of what I want you to do so we can get it sold.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to do on my part to get it sold.
Right.
Or I could add a little twist to it
Okay.
and also make it to where I give background story on me
Oh, nice.
and tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. Tell a lot
Yeah.
of stories, be absolutely totally over top ridiculous. Because what is the Splash program? It's totally over top
ridiculous.
and ridiculous.
Yep.
So because of that, I was like, you know what? I've got all these other real estate books out that literally, actually, figuratively, basically,
Basic. I don't know.
yeah, they all tell you nothing about me.
Right.
The author page has a quick little blurb on it, but nothing like deep stories
Right.
in it. Not really any funness. It's like, here's the A to B to C to D of
Instruction
of it.
manual.
It's an instruction manual.
That's
That's
fine.
all it is.
Because it works.
Yeah. So what I decided to do is tell stories on top of that and make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more meatier, more exciting,
Yeah.
and just get people to know me better. Okay. So that'll be coming out. We'll say January, probably February.
Okay.
On that one. I don't know how long it's going to take as far as the formatting and all that stuff. So
Okay.
I know I'll have the manuscript to them in the next week or two.
Okay.
We're recording this the end of December, if you're wondering.
Yay.
Yep. So 2 books in the spring. Another goal this year is to continue the podcast. Hopefully we're having fun at it and people like it. So we're going to continue the podcast. The goal in the next year, though, is to come out with not just 1 a week episodes, but have more times to where it's going to be 2 a week
That'd
episodes.
be cool. Yeah.
My episodes aren't very long anyway.
No.
It's like the average episode is like 12 minutes,
Yeah.
unless we get off on a tangent or whatever. But they're usually around 12 minutes. So
happens,
because of
yeah.
that, I'm like, we don't really need to make them really long,
No.
but we can still have multiple podcasts a week.
Yeah. I'd rather do that.
We've also made some changes, if you haven't noticed. We've incorporated my wife into more of them. I'll still be doing solo episodes as well, but they won't necessarily be as frequent that way. It's got to be something that's really moving me, and
Yeah.
they're more than likely going to be the bonus episodes. Because
Cool.
normally when I do those, I don't record them with video.
Right.
I just record them,
Audio.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing moving forward, which you probably have all noticed, that we're going to continue doing video podcasting.
Which
So
is
we'll do
fun.
audio and video so that people have a choice. If they want to go to YouTube or the Spotify video side, they can watch it there. If they don't, then that's fine.
Yeah.
We have it in audio version on every major platform out there. Since day one, I've made sure I've been on every major platform. I didn't
Okay.
even launch it until I knew that could happen.
Oh, okay.
The next goal will be starting on the next Dad's Rules book. What I
Okay.
would like to do is have that one done sometime in the fall on that. What I'm working on right now is what rules would really grab me and trying to put those in to it, trying to pick 10
Oh, okay.
that work. Because until they're numbered in book form, they don't have a number.
Right.
It's very fluid until then.
You just put them in order and then number them once you've decided the order.
Like
you
right
said.
now, my list has like 60 rules on
Right,
it.
it has a lot.
However, there's no like, this one's going to be number 47 or whatever. There's nothing like that because until I get down to writing it out and putting it into a book, that's when I assign it because I also figure out in the book how I like it to flow, where I think the rule makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be the next thing as far as books are concerned. Business goals. Yeah. Business goals, this is only tough for me because I've been making a lot of changes business-wise in the last couple months. Ideally, what I want is I want to get to where I have 12 agents on my team
Oh, wow.
because I want to scale. And I don't think that that's an unrealistic goal, though.
Okay.
So that's my
I just
target.
hadn't heard you say the number before.
Yeah, that's my target for the
12
next
was
year.
bigger than I would have guessed.
I keep writing it down. I've been focusing on this for months
Okay.
now, and it keeps coming out to 12.
Okay.
I know my target by January was to have 3, and I ended up with 1.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's fine. I was like, I can still work on progressing it forward from there. So I was like, well, 12, that's 1 a month. So I was like,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, I want 12 total agents.
Right.
Okay. So in essence, I got 11 more to go
Yeah.
on that. So that's a big thing for that is to get that on point. I have monetary goals that are threefold what they are now. 7 figures is
Right.
my target for that.
Wow.
if people are asking. That's my target for that. Well, you get several hundreds of thousands a year over and over again. At some point, you got to move the bar. So obviously, ad revenue will go up. Ad revenue, I've already tripled and a halved my ad revenue.
Ad revenue's a big expense.
It is a big expense. You have to, unfortunately or fortunately, you have to look at it from a long-term standpoint of going that, look, if I'm making this amount of money off $1,000, and just get thrown a number.
Yeah.
Making this amount of money off $1,000 of ad revenue, and I keep making that same amount over and over again at $1,000 revenue, but I want to make this amount over here that's 3.5 times that. I need to 3.5 times that ad revenue. Make sense?
Yep.
Yep. Because what you're doing is you're saying that, okay, this ad revenue works, so I need to feed that fire more.
But you're saying that's for once you have agents.
No, I'm building it as I'm getting
Oh,
agents.
okay.
Yeah. I've already started all that. So what you're doing is it like a good example is if you make $100,000 every year consistently and you're only spending the stupid number, $1,000 a month on ad revenue, and yet you kept making that, why would you expect different results?
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect different results. So what you want to do is if you go, well, 1,000 in ad revenue is making me 100,000, 3,000 should make me 300,000 in ad revenue. So what you do is you triple the ad revenue to get to your new number. And that's just an example.
Yeah.
If your number was higher than that, you need to take it even higher. So if your
Right.
number was like $1,000 made you $100,000, but 10,000 made you $1 million,
Yeah.
then
Right.
you move it to that. Don't expect the bar to go higher if you're not adding fuel.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yep. So that's a big thing on that. Personal. Personal. Well, I got a fun thing for personal.
Yeah.
I'd like to see my my Lotus. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
it's a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to see my Lotus. I
Yeah.
ordered my Lotus in April of 2022.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see that. That's a personal thing. I would like to start on the next house project this year.
Our current house?
Yeah,
Yes,
2023. I'd like to start on the
please.
next thing for that.
That would be so great.
It'll be pretty exciting. I think the next one's going to be roof.
Oh, that's less exciting, but it needs to be done.
Yeah. So
We know people.
Probably be roof on that. So that's kind of where I'm at on all that.
I'm just thinking more of the inside stuff.
So what kind of goals and stuff do you have that you would want to make public?
My personal,
Anything. Personal, business, financial, whatever.
I have a weight loss goal. Don't know if I can do it in a year or not. It's just going to depend on a lot of things.
Well, we've talked about this before, and not about you, but
Yeah.
about me, because I was fat. But what we talked about with me is that it was a matter of changing diet. I hired a nutritionist, and I hired somebody to help me with my fitness, a fitness coach. I hired a fitness coach
Right.
to get me on track for all that. What they were able to do, because I'm not a professional in those fields, is they were able to course correct me throughout the whole thing. And so that's what I did to achieve that, because honestly, I don't think I could have done it on my own. I think if people do have physical goals this year, we've talked about before, it's just you can start simply from changing your diet and going for a walk every day. Those are simple things to do. Those are the two easiest controllables on it. Then when you start getting into wanting to get muscle gain and stuff like that, which is where I'm currently at, then you have a different conversation with your nutritionist at that point. But you don't need to necessarily hire a fitness person initially. You just go do it. That's about it.
Yes. I just have to I have health issues to address, so that'll be nice to just get all that addressed so I can get to where I need to be with that. I would love for us to be just done with our house, like with the purging and just have all of that done this year. Like not dealing with that anymore.
Well, then let's put that as a
All
goal.
the extra gone.
Purge the crap.
Purge the crap. It's not really crap, but...
It's
And it's just slow. I just want it to happen at a faster rate
Well,
because I'm just tired of thinking about it and looking at it.
We talked about this on past episodes as well. You will get to a point in your life where stuff is just stuff.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same meaning. And what
Yeah.
you realize is that the stuff your kids always talk about, it's never about something they got for a prior Christmas.
Right.
It's always about a moment.
Well, I like that we shifted to more memories versus gifts.
Yeah, and they like it.
They like it so much better. I wish
I mean,
we'd done it sooner.
they've talked about the Grand Canyon. They've talked about the
Yeah.
cruises we've taken. They talk about different things like the.
Yeah.
We went to a concert 9 years ago
Yeah.
that they talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like they talk about that kind of stuff. Brian Regan for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So you realize you get to a certain point to where memories are more important than stuff.
Yeah.
It's like stuff is cool. Like believe me, I do want my Lotus.
Yeah.
But it's at the end of the day, it's still just a car.
Yeah.
It's
Wish people want to punch you in the face right now with that.
then work hard. That's all I can say
don't
to
know.
people. No, all I can say to people, because I don't hide anything on this show. This show's about getting better and being kick-ass.
Yeah.
So you just need to work harder. That's all it is.
Yeah, I guess.
Work harder. Don't do dumb things with your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just that. It's just basically myself and our house. Those are goals that I've been thinking about and
Cool.
trying to incorporate new stuff already. It's just I'm going to hit a wall at some point. So then I will need other things. But-
Any final thoughts?
No, I think that's just where I'm already putting stuff into motion. So I didn't wait till January 1st to implement things.
All right, so I put it out there. I would love to get feedback and comments from you guys about what your goals are for the next year. Make it public. Like I said, post on Facebook, post on Instagram, post it wherever you post. And just go, hey, here's what I'm doing. Are some people going to berate you and be stupid? Yeah, but who cares? That's just how, keyboard warriors, I just don't worry about keyboard warriors. I get them every freaking day in my life. I don't really worry about it. I'm worried about focusing on what my goals are and moving myself forward, progressing myself. That's what I want you guys to do as well, to be kick-ass.
And if you don't make a goal, just reset the goal right away. Don't go fail it and scrap it. Don't do that.
Yeah, worst possible
Don't
thing
scrap
you can
it.
possibly
just
do.
change maybe tweak your goal a little if you don't make it.
Yeah, worst thing you can do is go, I failed, and think that you're done.
done.
Remember, you're always failing forward.
Yeah.
So if you don't hit a goal, you don't hit a target, they need to be challenging. If you don't hit it, it's like, that's why I didn't say, hey, I want to make 100,000 more than what I made. I want to make a lot more, hundreds of thousands more. Because I
40
need something
pounds
that's
by
going to
March.
actually have some pain attached to it
Yeah.
to progress myself.
Yeah.
So I have no intention of falling short, but if it happens, I'd rather know that I fell short above where I'm at than below.
Yes.
And I think if you set the goal to make the same as you made the year before, or just to be status quo, you're actually falling behind.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a wrap on another episode. So if you guys liked it or hated it, like we talked about before, you need to share it anyway. If you like it, share it to your friends. If you didn't like it, share it to your enemies. That's how we can grow the audience on here. Leave reviews, leave comments, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Also hit our swag store, buy yourself some stuff so that Mama can get a brand new pair of shoes. All right?
Thanks.
Yep. So until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.